Hey, what's up? It's your girl Tanya, and today we are gonna go over a very simple exercise that you can do that takes 5 minutes if you wake up in the morning with intense negative emotions, maybe like anxiety or feeling really intense sadness. This video is for you to watch. But before we get into that, if you've been looking for a channel that has very delicious and easy recipes, simple 10-minute home strength training workouts, and free stuff, hello, subscribe and share this video with friends. Okay, now that we handled business, let's get into this. You're gonna have 4 primary exercises for your 5-minute morning routine. The first one is gonna be called the cat-cow. You're gonna do 5 to 10 repetitions with this one. So before you get started, you wanna make sure that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are directly underneath your hip bones. What you don't want to do is go all crazy where your hands are so far in front and your knees are super out. I'm going to show you how your knees are going to be in front. So your knees are going to be directly underneath your hip bones. So we're literally stacking all joints. And you can also find me on Instagram at DietJunkE. So getting back to what I was saying, you want to make sure that as you're inhaling, also your feet are going to be flexed. You don't want to have them pointed. We also want to make sure that we're working on mobility and flexibility of the foot because everything stems from the foot. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale looking up. We're going to exhale, push away with the palm of the hands. And we're going to inhale. And what we're doing is we're just loosening up the flexion and extension of your spine. And this is just a great way to kind of just gently warm up your spine first thing in the morning and even right before you go to bed. I love doing these exercises either in my morning or evening routines. We're going to inhale, open, and exhale. Think about pushing away any negative or toxic energy. So the second thing we're going to do is called circle rotations, and we're going to do 5 to 10 repetitions per side. This, you really want to exaggerate the movement because now we're working on kind of like just big circles, lots of mobility in the spine. We're hitting all different angles, and you just want to also get your neck involved. You still want to keep your wrists and your knees in alignment and just focus on your breathing. This actually tremendously calms your nervous system. And then once you finish like 5 or 10 repetitions on one side, then you're gonna go directly towards the other side. Big exaggerated circles, like as big as you can go. Get your neck involved, as I mentioned with this one as well. The third exercise is going to be a torso opener. There's 2 variations to this. You want to make sure your wrist is directly underneath your shoulder. You're going to put your hand behind your head and you're going to push away and open up. So you're going to bring your elbow to your thumb and then push away with that left hand and try to open up as much as possible. And exhale down, inhale up. You want to exhale down and inhale up. Then you're going to switch hands. Sometimes this exercise is a little bit too much. What I noticed with some of my students, it's too much on their wrist in the beginning. So we're also going to cover a modified version in just a second. But you want to exhale, open up, and pay attention. You're going to have one side that's going to be more mobile and open than the other side. But that's why we focus on left side and right side. So here's a modified version we're going to cover. You're going to lay on your side and you're going to have your wrists like in alignment like you're forming a T. Then you're going to bring your hand behind your head and let your elbow touch the inside of your elbow. So form placement is very important for this as well. And what you're wanting to do is you're going to just focus on your breathing. This is going to help you tremendously with just kind of getting in the present moment and being deliberate on what you're doing. So make sure that your hand is not super above your shoulder. You want to make sure that your hand, tuck your shoulder down, so this way you're getting a nice stretch and a pull in your arm, and your hand is directly in alignment with your shoulder. Palm is facing up, and as you're opening up your torso, that hand is behind you. And what you also want to do, as you're seeing right here, I'm like moving my body all over the place. As I'm opening up, everything kind of is in alignment. So my knees are tucked in, my spine is nice and long. And this is just a great way, especially first thing in the morning, to do a nice torso opening. And we're gonna hit left side and right side, and just pay attention. One side probably is tighter than the other. As you can see in this video, I have one side that's way more mobile and open than the other side. And that's okay, because the more that you practice, the better that you create that balance. The fourth exercise is a hip opener, also called dog peeing on a fire hydrant. As you can see, this side of my hip is actually really, really tight. You'll see in the second version of when I'm opening the other side. What you want to do is still have your joints stacked, and you're just gonna open up and lead with that knee. So look at how much mobility I have in my left hip versus my right. And a lot of that also was because I had sprained my ankle. So sometimes, like I said, everything stems from the foot up. If you enjoyed today's video on how to handle negative emotions first thing in the morning with this simple 5-minute exercise, make sure you hit like, leave a comment helpful below, and big announcement, check the description box below, because I'm always gonna have free stuff for you in the description box below. But in the meantime, remember to give yourself permission to look, feel, and be your absolute best, and I'll see you in the very next video. Bye.